What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Savar Matner coming to you again with lower body. That's right, lower body day. It was an awesome day. Not gonna be very long with this video here because all I basically did today was squats, leg extensions, and cardio. And you might be wondering, well, why did you just do that, Savar? Why didn't you go all out? Well, I have a deadlift day coming up. I didn't want to tax my hamstrings. I didn't want to tax my glutes. I didn't want to tax my lower back too much. There are a lot of things that if you know you got something coming up and you don't want to tax out the same muscle groups too much, then you do less on the day. So I did do low bar squatting today. I had a goal in mind. I did reach my goal, but I didn't want to do too much to tax the hamstrings and the glutes, even the calves, the posterior chain as a whole. So that's why I limited my exercise to just a couple of movements today, but the quads got a lot of work. All right, so without further ado, y'all like my daughter's bracelet, man? Because I know you can probably see it in the video before I forget. My daughter made this bracelet, and she was like, Daddy, can you wear my bracelet I made for you? So this is a bracelet my daughter made. I know some of you guys out there may get the wrong idea. This isn't your typical bracelet that you might find on people that like the same sex. This is a bracelet that was made by my daughter. She's starting to craft and make stuff. So as a father, when your child asks you wear some of her stuff, you put it the fuck on, depending on what that shit is. So you're probably going to see this more often in more videos. It's like a good luck charm. So I wore it today. She asked me to wear it when I was doing my exercise today before she went to school. And so I think it got some good luck too because I hit my goal today. So with that being said, let's get started, shall we? All right. Imagine, right? Like this little wallpaper that Streamlabs been supplying me, but it's nothing on here right now because you can't see shit. Now, with all that being said, let's cue up the video. There we go. So, today was leg day. This is before the workout. My quads aren't full yet. Just wait to the end. Just want to show you what the quads look like in my dirty old garage. Now, a lot of you probably wondering why do I have my videos muted. It's mainly because I listen to YouTube a lot of times when I'm working out. It might be some music on when I'm working out sometimes, so I don't want to get copyright struck. Today I was watching a lot of old school WWE. Well, listening to it via my phone, via a speaker that's in there. So I don't want to get copyright struck or video will be blocked in certain countries because of YouTube and other videos and stuff playing. So that's why I do a voiceover. That's why you don't hear me talking in the videos unless I pause what I'm doing and then talk in the video, if that makes sense. So here we go. Getting ready to do my warm-up. Nothing crazy. Quads are not full of blood. That's just, well, they're full of blood, but they don't have the pump. So barbell squat, low bar. Notice I'm getting the bar. I'm tucking my elbows down. I don't have that chicken wing flare that I had when I hurt myself. Notice on my squat rack, I have tape. That's to mark my actual proper height. I did that because my wife, she comes out and she squats from time to time. And she knows that her pin is one pin down where my pin is at automatically. So the day I hurt myself real bad was the day that I didn't adjust the pins back to proper height. They were sitting low. So I was already under the rack at a disadvantage. I had already kind of preloaded my spine in a way that shouldn't have been preloaded. Pretty much muscling up the weight off the rack. So, and then my elbows wasn't tucked because I couldn't get under it like I wanted to without the bar probably being down into the middle of my back, which is where you don't want the bar to sit when you low bar squat. You want it to sit in between here where the rear delt is at, right in the middle of the rear delt. If I would have tried to get under it, and I had my you can't see them over there on my cooler, but I had my elevated squatting shoes on with the elevated sole. So that made it even worse. So I was already racking and loading that weight at an angle that really wasn't optimal for training. That video's on my channel. It's back in August. It's a PR video. In the middle of that video, though, after I got done squatting, my body went limp. Of course, it was off camera, and I'm going to the emergency room, and a lot of shit happened from there. So this was a test to see could I go over 225 on the squat. I did. It's not a PR for me because I'm up to 173. I was squatting 360. I have a 1,000-pound club video on here from last year where I was 175 pounds, and I got 364 for a single. So this isn't a PR by no means. It's just the first time me trying to touch this weight here. Just like the bench press wasn't a PR for me yesterday. Because I'm back in the 170s. Now, it have been like 169, 168, that have been PR. But this is not a PR by no means. So, with all that being said, I just want to show you guys elbows to the side. Now, sometimes they may be slightly back, but if you get on the bar far enough, you can get your elbows where they need to be, and that's the proper way you want it to be. The elbows should be pointing straight down. They should be pretty much perpendicular to the fucking floor. They should be pointing straight down. So anyway, the first squat, I didn't go to depth because the hamstrings were tight, but the second squat, I got all the way down to depth. So just warming up nice and slow, man. No biggie. Just going through the motions. Notice when I hip hinge, I'm pushing my hips back before I squat. You want to incorporate your glute. Your glute's the biggest muscle on your body. Incorporate it. Get used to having your glute help you out of the hole. Same thing again. Set myself up. I'm in my Jordans today, so it's not the best shoe to squat in, but I mean, it has a hard sole at the bottom, not a soft sole shoe. That's what I was trying to think about last time. It's a hard sole, so I can put more energy down and press up without losing energy. If the sole's too soft, it absorbs the energy. Hard sole, it kind of transfer through a little bit better and go through the concrete so you can push yourself up. This is the last warm-up set. I'm going to pause, I think, on every rep if I recall. Go down. I'm going to break at the hip, taking a breath. Break at the hip. Pause it for a minute. Come up. Notice I'm not going all the way up. Now I'm not locking out no more. I want to keep tension on the quads. So I'm going up right where to the point to where I feel the muscle starting to lose tension. So that's what I'm doing. Last rep. Come up. Now I'm going to jump up to 135. Nothing crazy. I'm going to start out with a single rep. Yes, I'm having a Monster. 0 sugar today. That's what I normally have. Tonight we having shrimp tacos, baby, with lean ground meat, with some veggies in that motherfucker, some lettuce, some tomatoes, you name it. Maybe a little bit of sour cream and cheese, nothing too crazy. Cannot wait. My lunch was loaded. My lunch was loaded today. Ate my leftover chicken that I grilled last night with some beans, with some mixed vegetables. I also had some 0 sugar yogurt, plain Greek 0 sugar yogurt, with a protein shake. Had like 80 grams of protein in it with some fruits, a hand scoop of blueberries, cut 2 strawberries, threw it in there. Voila, I already got probably over 100. The protein alone, the shake alone had damn near 9 grams of protein. But then you add the chicken. I had 3 chicken thighs, beans, all those the vegetables that go with it, along with the yogurt. Easily over 130 grams of protein. So I'm already damn near halfway there in the night. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Of course, it's a lot of calories in one setting, but that's my first meal of the day. If I had to add all that stuff up, it comes out close to a little over 1,000 calories. I would say somewhere between 1,000, maybe 1,200 calories, give or take. Because the protein shake alone had a lot. So I jumped up to 185 after the last set of 135. Going all the way down to depth. Bam. Just see how it felt. Felt pretty good. Now, low bar squatting will push you forward because the weight isn't sitting on your traps. It's sitting south of your traps. So you may notice that my trunk is a little bit forward. That's fine. The weight will do that. You're trying to keep the barbell over the center of your feet. Go down, pause it, come up. And I'm pausing it because I'm trying to get used to being in the hole again and being explosive coming out of the hole. Felt really, really good. Boom. Then I'm going to jump up to 205. Right? Nothing crazy again. Unrack the weight. Step back. Take 3 steps back at least. Kind of plant my feet. Notice I got my feet at an angle. The knees is going to track over the feet. I can get down the hole. Boom. Come up. 1 rep. Rack it again. Now I'm only doing 1 rep singles up to my working set. Reason being, the weight's starting to get heavy. I don't want to tire myself out. So I jumped up to 220 on this weight right here. I went from personally 205 to 220. So sit back, squat, boom, come up, bam. Too easy. I started to go 215 and I said, now I'm just going to jump on up, whatever. Right? Then I jumped up to 230. First time I pressed 230, well, squatted 230. And about the same amount of time I did the 225 yesterday. It's been roughly about 10 months. So it felt good, not too heavy. Break at the hips first. I'm going to sit back, sit down, get in the hole, come up, rack it. Weight is flying up. Flying. Once again, all I had today was coffee. No egos this morning. Everything is on a fasted. 240 pounds for a single. Notice I don't have to muscle it up. I'm just going to stand up. Weight's going to pop right off the rack. That's what you want, just a little bit to get it up. Shouldn't have to muscle it up. Sit in the hole, come up, rack it. Now I know a lot of you gonna say, well, that was a quick squat. Did I really get to depth? Let's see. Let's bring it back. It's all about going to full range of motion, ass to grass. You'll find that when you do low bar squatting, it's hard to get all the way down to ass to grass because the way the bar sits, the way that you can hip, the more you're leaning forward, you're incorporating your glutes to sit a little bit farther back than you would if you were sitting more upright with the bar sitting on top of your traps. So when you sit upright, it's very quad dominant. So you don't have to sit that far back to keep the bar over the center of your foot. That means you're not going to incorporate more glutes. You're going to incorporate less hamstrings as many quad dominant. It's kind of like when you front squat, it's all quad dominant. You know you really ain't got to do too much of a hip hinge. Once you break, you're sitting straight down to hold the weights in front of you. So, and like I say, it's over the middle part of your foot. When you low bar squat, you're already leaning forward a little bit more. So when you break at your glutes and break at the hips, your glutes going to sit a little farther back. That's going to put the hamstrings in a position to where it's going to get some work right as a stabilizing muscle, even though on the antagonist side of things, it is getting a stretch at the bottom. So it's in the eccentric phase at the bottom as you're sitting down, right? So with that being said, it's hard to get all the way down ass to grass. You should still be able to get parallel, maybe a little bit south of parallel, but not like it should be if you was fucking high bar squatting. It's the proper term to use where you can sit down. Your ass should pretty much damn near touch the fucking floor if you do it right. And same with front squatting, right? Front squatting with the bar in the frame like this here. Should be the same principle. So let's see that I break and get down. You know when you get to depth, the hips, you got the crease. Your ass is sitting just south of parallel. The knee is going to be higher than the ass. So let's see. Break at the hips, sit down. That right there will be parallel. That little dip I just did is, I can't really slow this down. That little dip that I just did, right? That little dip made sure I got down to depth. So that right there is parallel. That is parallel. It's a dip right there. So that, if I have a shirt, it should be a crease here. My knee should be about right here. So that will be right at parallel, maybe a little bit smidgen south. If I were powerlifting, this lift will count. So it's all about getting the parallel if you can and coming out of the hole. So my goal was to get 250. Here's the 250 attempt right here. I was a little bit nervous. I had to psych myself up. Right? The goal is to do 5 reps, 1 rep at a time. So rep, rack, right? So get steady. Camera's at an angle, so that's why I look like I'm not centered. All the way down, ass to grass, come up, rack. Let's look at it again. Did it get down to depth? Right there. Now my ankles kind of rolled, and that's because of the shoe. The shoe is already sitting a little bit high, right? So you're gonna see that when I go down, see how my feet come up a little bit? That's because the way the weight is and the shoe. That's why you want a low profile, hard sole shoe. But no harm, no foul. You're going to find sometimes that when you squat, your heels might come up sometimes. But there's been competition. The heels have to stay in contact with the floor at all times. So that's why you get the elevated shoe to where you don't have that problem. You know, you'll be at elevation so the heel won't roll like that. But when you start to squat in shoes like this, if they have a thick sole and the sole's not hard, but it's still a thick sole, you might find that the shoe might come up in the back. If you have a low sole, but like a Chuck Taylor sole shoe with a hard sole at the bottom, you may find that might not happen. But if you want to prevent this at all, just get you an elevated heel shoe. That way when you squat, the heel won't come up. And a lot of those have shock absorbers on the bottom to where the shoe won't move, right? Like grip, and they're aka shock absorbers, so the shoe won't move. And you can transport that energy down to the surface. So I just want to clarify that. Yes, the heel came up a little bit, but that's because the weight is trying to push me forward and I'm trying to fight gravity. So, but anyway, that is parallel right there. That is south. You can see my knee. If you make a straight line, the crease of my hip will be right there. That will be south of parallel. So that lift would indeed count if my heel wouldn't have came up in competition. But, oh yeah, and I almost didn't get it back up. You're going to see me go, oh, that close. I would have dropped that. I got support pins there. I would have let the weight go. The weight would have fell. I would have let it go. Fuck it. But I was that close. So I'm going to do it again. The weight is moving good. If I really wanted to push myself, I probably could have got to maybe 275 for a single day. But once again, I'm still recovering back here, not trying to kill myself at all. Weight is flying up. So this time I said, fuck it. I'm gonna see if I can do 3 straight reps, first time in months with this much weight on my back. And it moved very good. Boom, come down again. Boom, come down again. Boom. And once again, you probably can see my shoes has come up a little bit. That's just because the way the heels are on these shoes, they're not hard and they don't sit flush. They kind of come up off the back. So then I decided to drop the weight down to 200 pounds. And I'm going to do 2 sets of 5 reps. Nothing crazy at all. I just want to get a little bit of volume in. Right? And like I say, the shoe, that's why you want certain shoes. But I'm not in competition. So therefore, this lift still counts. But you might see me start to put my squatting shoes back on. Because as I start to go up in weight, the last thing I want is an unstable squatting platform. So don't be surprised that once you see me start going above 275 for reps, that I start to transition to a different shoe. And that's for safety reasons and everything else. But anyway, as long as the weight is standing over the center of your foot, you should be fine. But shoes matter when you squat. They fucking matter. So then I decided to go down to 150 pounds. I'm going to ink out as many reps as possible. I think I got to 10 reps. Once again, I'm not trying to fry myself out. When I got to 10, I felt that I was getting fatigued. I probably could have eked out a little bit more than that. But once again, I'm not trying to overwork myself too much because I got to have the energy to deadlift in a couple of days. So just get some extra reps in, extra volume in. Go down the hole, hold it for a couple seconds, explode up, rack it again. Now I'm going to go to my leg extension machine, the Welder RX50. It's been a while since I said that name. You're going to notice, if you pay attention to the weight in the back, it's going to steadily increase by a plate. I'm pretty much going to give to half a stack. It's like 12 plates on there, 10 or 12. Don't get me to count those plates because I haven't counted them and since I had the machine. I think there are 10 to 12 plates on there. I'm going to do half of the stack. So that's a second set right here. Nice and slow. Right now on the drop set, I'm only gonna work the left leg because why? The left leg is still smaller than the right, so you want to give that smaller muscle a little bit more love than the dominant side. But I'm not done yet with squatting. I'm gonna go back to squatting here in a second because I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to get one more rep in, one more set in. Third set here. Notice that the rack is growing in the back. I think on the paper this is like 130 pounds. Total with the resistance. May not seem like a lot, but after you just got done squatting, your quads are already fried. So it is taxing the quads. So you probably see me at the gym. You see me do 1 foot at a time on the machine, the unilateral machine here. I think this is the last set that I'm doing. The rack is damn near half. If I turn my camera off, give me a second here. You can see, this too. There we go. That's half of the rack there, right? So it's pretty much, I think that's 5, so it's 10 plates there. Let me cut myself back on, put my stuff back in. There we go. So now I'm finna start to lower the rack, bring it down. I think I went to 3. Excuse me, start off. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. And it's gonna be just my left leg. Left leg is like, bro, you are fucking killing me, right? Give me a fucking break. So it's already tired. I think I got like 5 or 6 reps max with that little load. And I had to drop it down. So this is like almost 60 to 70 pounds. Had to drop it down. To adjust my little things. I hate those fucking things. They come up a little padding. Go to 2. I think 2 plates with the rope is like 40 pounds. So it, like I say, the leg machine, all the plates is up 300 pounds. So even though it's not the typical machine, the leg and the roll, because you roll on that same resistance cable at the bottom, is hell. The flies in the press area and the lat pull down area, the resistance is a lot less. So I think a full plate on the bench and the fly will be no more than 250, I think, on the bench, and like 220 on the flies. The lat pull down is about the same, up to like 175, maybe 200 pounds. The leg machine, the leg extension, there's a lot of resistance on there. So it's a good starter machine if you're trying to start out and get in shape. Only thing I don't like, you can't adjust the seat, but it is what it is. It's at the proper height for me. So this is the last set right here. I'm going to frying that left leg on purpose just because, you know, I really want to get that quad to work. And I hit my foot on my bench down there. That's why I paused like that. And I'm trying to ink it out as much as I can. Fuck it, right? Whatever. I'm fried. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do one more set. Like, I took off the place, 135. 135 will humble you. I could have did more than 10 reps, but I decided to stop at 10 because the left leg was starting to get really fatigued. And that's why I want to fatigue the left, not the right. So I'm just going to rush through here. 10 good reps. I just want to get more blood in. I want to put a little more load on that left leg now that it's weak. If you notice, I kind of paused on the 5th rep. I did that intentionally, and I'm going to pause on the 10th rep right here. And I'm going to do that intentionally as well. In the hole, come up, rack it. Now, my quads after the workout. You're going to see, I'm going to put a picture in the corner here. That's my leg right there. The corner was before. Center is after me working out. And you can see the difference. You can probably see my phone over there on my vest. I had, like I say, wrestling playing over there on the speaker, but you couldn't hear because the speaker's muted. So that's that quad there. And you can see this is my right leg. The other one was my left leg. I'm sitting opposite. Right leg, that leg has shrunk, right, from my nerve being pinched in my lower back a couple of years ago. But it has since grew back. So that's why it kind of looked like that. And plus the angle. But you're going to see that leg there. It's a little bit more juicier now. It's a little bit more full. And you go really get a good picture here in a second of how big my legs are right there. They're both damn near even in size, full of blood. This is after doing that. It may not seem like a lot of heavy weight, but considering I'm 172 pounds, did a little cardio. This is after cardio to end, and you can see a 9-minute pace. I'm watching old school WWE. Attitude Era, John Cena, Bobby Lashley. This is when Cena was the champ. It's like 08, 07. So this is like well over 14 years ago. So I was, let me do basic math here. I was 22 at the time. Going on 23. Yeah, so this 14 is gone 37. So yeah, this is old school wrestling. This is 07. I was 21. And so I think this was 07. So I was 21. So if you just do basic math, that's 14 years ago. Yeah. So, yeah. Shit's crazy. That what happens when you get old. I just had to add it back up in my head. That wrestling clip from Cena, I think was 06. That was between 17 and 18 years ago. Because I was 20 going on 21 in 07, and in 06 I was 19 going on 20. So if I would have just did basically, I don't know why I said 14. I guess because it's 2024-7, you go out multiples of 7, but between 17 and 18 years ago. So that's the good shit there. So I just wanted to clarify. I just wanted to fucking clarify that, yeah, that's what happens when you get done training. Your mind's all over the fucking place. So hope y'all enjoy your day. And this has been your boy, Savar Matner. I'm out, guys. Peace. I can't believe I got that fucked up. I had to sit there and think about that shit. Getting a call coming in. Let me see. Yeah, this shit's crazy. So, but anywho, with all that being said, had a good workout. That's the calories that I burnt. And that's how many minutes I was in. And that's virtually it. Right? So, all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy here we go. The lower body video. So the next video that I'll be bringing you will be deadlifting. I plan on trying to get a live stream in tomorrow. I'll let you guys know in the morning. I put it in a community tab. I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow night. Depends on how busy I'll be. But other than that, hope you all enjoy. Once again, I didn't overdo it. I had a lot more left in the tank. I mean, the 250 flew up. I could have probably did 275, 280 if I really wanted to push. But I'm easing back up to that weight. The goal is until I can squat that 250 for a total of 10 reps, 3 sets by 10. I'm going to stay there. Same to 225. The end game is 3 sets, 10 reps. Once I get that in that particular lift, the deadlift, I have a weight in mind that once I can do it 10 times for three sets, then I will increase the weight. So I'm going to be staying right there until I'm comfortable enough to do it 3 sets of 10 reps. Once I get down my belt, I will probably jump up a good 20 to 30 pounds and start everything over again. So that is the goal of all across all lifts. So the deadlift I have in mind to do, I'm gonna try to do 350. I'm gonna try to do 350, but if I can get to 340, I'll be fine. So just depends on how I feel. So I'm gonna take the next couple of days off from training, just do active recovery. I'm gonna try to deadlift Friday. Friday is my shower installation here at the house. Rebab doing a shower remodel. If I feel a little fatigued still, then I would deadlift Saturday before I go to the park and do my cardio. So it's gonna be a grueling session coming up. So the goal is to try to get 350 for the first time in months. But if I get to 340, I'll be content, and I'll stay there until I can get 3 sets of 10 reps. And technically, the deadlift, well, I take that back. Deadlifting that much weight for those many reps at my body weight, that'd be overkill. If I can do 5x5 with that weight, then I'll be ready to upgrade. So deadlift be a little bit different. Deadlifting is a little bit different. So once I can do it for 5 sets of 5 reps with that particular weight in mind, 340, 350, then I'll move up about 20 more pounds and start that process over again. Because deadlifting full body is much more taxing than squatting. Squatting is the second most taxing on the body. And then bench shouldn't really tax that much at all. So hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Savar Matner. Until the next video, y'all take care. And I'm out, guys. Peace.